before we proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you. So if you were to look at the description right now, scroll down, take a look, you will see I have provided chapters. So if you just want to skip ahead to the likes of all the collection continuations, or maybe you only care about the likes of all the clothing and armor skins, just look at the description, the option is available to you. With that, good day, Rust enjoys. I hope you're right, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. We're going to be jumping straight in today. So before we do that, if you want the link to the collection, it will be provided in the description. Please consider giving it a good look. If you want to go look at it at your own time, you know, you're more than welcome to do so. Or if you want to sit back, relax, and listen to Hedge as he goes through all of these skins in an effort to try and identify all the collection continuations, well, let's get started. Starting off with Deployables, here we have the Constellations locker. So immediately we have a collection continuation, very nice to see. And, well, what's the history of the Constellations collection? Well, we've had 4 skins accepted, and it's been quite some time because the first initial ones to be accepted were back in 2022. Then we had another 2 accepted in 2023, but it was very spread out. So we're going to go ahead and look at the likes of SCMM to help us out here. If I go to Constellations, we will see that, yes, it's very weirdly spread out, with the most recent acceptance being last year's Complete the Sets in August. I will sit here and say, Cavency has provided many continuations throughout the past 2 years, and Facepunch just doesn't seem to be super enthusiastic for it. I know, it's a bit silly, but it is what it is. But just kind of recall, over the past 2 months, we've been seeing tons and tons and tons of Deplorable collection continuations being produced. How many of them even got accepted? Not all of them. And unfortunately, a lot of them got nowhere. We've seen many Deplorable collections get like 2 or 3 skins being accepted and then suddenly stop. Shadowborn worked out quite alright, but that's like the only good thing I can think of over the past like few months. So please take this into consideration. If it's not getting that many acceptances, it probably won't be a guarantee. But I've also got to point out locker skins this year. So if I go over to here real quickly, point out and say that in all of 2024, we are yet to see a locker skin being accepted. Now last year in 2023, we had quite a lot, and that actually starts to cause problems. Locker skins used to be quite rare to see. Last year we ended up with 8 of them appearing, with 4 of them being Twitch drops, given away for free. So initially, a lot of the more recent marketable locker skins, they went down in price and they weren't very profitable for a very long time. But due to the sheer lack of acceptances this year, they've worked out ever so nicely and have risen up in price very nice. So yeah, a Constellations locker probably wouldn't be too bad of a shout. But as I was trying to allude to, I just don't think Facepunch cares too much for the collection. And I'm very sorry to say that, but I've seen so many resubmissions of certain Deplorable skins here that I just can't help but assume it's probably not going to happen. Look, at the end of the day, if you like the skin, right? If you like the locker skin, by all means, show your support. Consider voting yes or no. But when I look at this and take into context that we just haven't seen that many acceptances compared to the vast amount of submissions, I don't feel very optimistic for these skins. And from what you can see there, the demand doesn't seem to be doing very well at the moment. Take this into consideration. Many rare skins have been reaching very nice higher prices recently. As we lean into the likes of summertime now, things have improved ever so nicely for many skins. But these right here, not looking pretty, I'm afraid. However, you know, this is a Deplorable collection. If we were to see a brand new Deplorable skin being accepted, at the very least, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would probably remember the Constellations collection, potentially buy a few, and maybe it does work out quite alright, you know. Take a look at the likes of these skins in the Steam market. If only it would show it to us. There we go, thank you. Yeah, there's only 53 of these in the Steam market. Now, to take this into consideration, on average, every single Rust skin on the Steam market tends to have around 100 quantity. So if anything were to have less than that, well, it would be below average quantity, wouldn't it? So think of it like this way. If we were to see, you know, a spike in demand for the likes of this skin, well, there's only so many of these to go around, there's hardly any resistance, it could rise up in price pretty easily. But that's a matter of if we see the locker skin being accepted, and it's not even the first attempt. Alright, so I'll be honest with you, I'm not that confident in it. I think I will be taking a step back. I already own a bunch of these skins already from buy orders, but yeah, as I said, I'm not 100% sure if Facepunch themselves are enthusiastic for the likes of this collection. Mr. Cavency's put out so many submissions and the success rate just hasn't been very nice. Anyway, regardless, if you like what you see, consider voting yes or no, but if you also happen to really like it, why not offer a nice comment? Keep those skin creators nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. But if you don't happen to like the skin that much, why not provide some constructive feedback? With every single skin that we take a look at today, consider that. if you can easily identify a problem that you have with the skin, go to the comments, provide a nice, concise, straight-to-the-point answer, and maybe it'll help them out, give them a different perspective in how they could improve the skin. And hey, you know, if that person, skin creator, wants to, you know, redo the skin, you know, make a new version of it, well, they'll probably incorporate your feedback, and, well, you know, brand new version of it gets submitted in the future, maybe it gets accepted. You help them out. So it's up to you if you want to be that involved, but at the end of the day, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the rest of the, well, you know, with what goes on with this. So best of luck to you, Mr. Cavency. Let's see how that turns out. But in terms of, do I want to jump in and invest? Not really. I think I want to take a step away from that. So it is what it is. So let's scroll down and start talking about the likes of all these rug skins. Okay, so what do we have over here? A lot of very strange designs this week. This is a resubmission, isn't it? No, we had the ram, didn't we? We had the ram. Yes. So it's a very similar design. Almost tricked me there, but yeah, it's just basically a golden rug, bearskin rug. Nope, just a standard normal rug, not a bearskin rug. Huh. All right, then, whatever. Well, you know, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of this, then, well, you can consider voting yes or no. Someone asked me last week, Hedge, can you stop doing this? Can you stop saying consider voting yes or no with every single skin? Let's try and do that. Count how many times I do it by accident, all right? So, yeah, if you like it, consider showing your support. At the very least, I can say that. At the very least, I can say that. Best of luck to you, Mr. Yeah. Let's move on to the next skin. All right. Here we have two boards rug. Get a good look at that. So this is produced by Jiba. Oh, looking very cool. In terms of, you know, an abandoned house. Hey, you know, a lot of creator types could make like an abandoned town. If you ever played the original Red Dead Redemption, right? They had like the ghost towns and whatnot. Those were cool. And if you could probably have a fun little area in a server, maybe a door like that potentially could be the thing for you. But it's not a door, it's a rug. Ah, I've been tricked. Well, yeah. So, yeah, if you happen to like that, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Jiba. And, yeah. Is that a different version, or is that just different lighting? It does look a bit odd there. Do you have two versions of this? No. Why does it look like that, then? That's a bit strange. Well, you know, we'll see. All right, next up, what do we have here? Two versions of flags. Mr. Legacy has provided the attack flag and the defense flag. So, I mean, again, for certain servers, that definitely sounds very appealing. So, even if this doesn't get accepted, maybe you might want to use that for the likes of your servers. If you have team-oriented battle systems. It's not Clash, is it? It's probably Clash. Imagine if you could have Clash, but with Rust players. It could work. So, yeah, that's a pretty neat design. So, if you like it, well, you know what? Consider showing your support, and best of luck to you, Mr. Legacy. For whichever version, you know what to do. Right. And what do we have going on over here? We have the mushroom light rug, which glows in the dark. Seems like more of a decoration rather than a rug. Something we've been seeing a lot of in recent times. But hey, if you're a fan of it, you know what to do. So that's looking pretty cool. Glows in the dark ever so nicely. Stands out ever so beautifully. So, Mr. Slivkey, best of luck to you. This is a Night Lights collection. Sure, okay, well, there you go. It's not a collection yet because we haven't seen an acceptance. So, let's move on. What do we have next? We have furnaces and a collection continuation. Right. Chili Head Furnace. He looks like he's ecstatic. Or maybe he ate something that was far too hot and he's regretting it. I might be the latter. He's just sitting there going, So that's a goofy design, and if you like it, well, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Papacola Universe Kid. Let's see how that turns out. But you have competition, because what do we have going on over here? We have a pumpkin furnace. Now, Mr. McQuarrie, maybe save this for October. I'm not saying no, I'm just saying maybe that would have been a lot better for, like, the autumn fall seasons. I mean, yeah, you know, it's pumpkin spice season later on. You could have, like, a pumpkin spice set. At the end of the day, hey, maybe it'll still get accepted. And if you like pumpkins, well, you know what to do. Consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. McCurry. Let's move on to the next skin, which just so happens to be a collection continuation. This is Cave Vladimir and Hello's continuation for the rock skin that was accepted not too long ago. 2 weeks ago, to be precise. And here he is. Nope. Was it this week? Nope. Was it this week? Yes. He's up by 1%. I knew it! The investing works! Right, let's go take a look at you. So, how many of these do we currently have on the Steam market? 76. That's okay. That's not too bad. And how does the barter support look? I mean, it's okay. But here's the thing. Well, that's sold for $1.99. The lowest listing is $2. If you bought this skin, you would not be selling it for a profit right now. So these people probably bought them. These people aren't selling them for a profit. Tax. You've got to remember tax. So, about 18,300 subscribers were, in the individual people that bought this skin. That was quite a lot, especially when you compare this to likes of many other rock skins that have come out in recent past. Okay. So now look at this furnace. Stands out ever so nicely. Same pattern as what we saw the likes of the rock skin here. Glows in the dark. Well, I mean, furnaces have an emission layer, so they don't really glow in the dark, but when they're turned on, you know what I mean. So if that glowed when it's not even turned on, okay, that would be special. And we don't have a picture of that, so yeah, I don't think it glows in the dark. But when you turn it on, obviously it lights up like that. So you get the idea. Right, so we have to question, if that furnace were to be accepted, would the Volcanic Rock have a nice bump in demand, bump in price? See, I'm still not 100% sure the likes of this. Rock skins don't tend to work out very nicely, especially considering with the amount that we had accepted last year. I look at that, and I worry that once we hit around September, October, November, the autumn fall seasonal dip, I just can't help but assume it's going to go down in price. It will lose the demand it had. Lots of people will be disappearing. Kids go back to school, not as many people playing Rust during that period of time. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest that goes below its Rust price and even lower. So right now, it's retaining its price. But yeah, continuations with the likes of a furnace, I just don't think it will have that much of a positive impact. But, I should point out, K. Vladimir and Hello also produced the likes of a hammer skin not too long ago. Well, we'll see. Maybe if we just keep constantly seeing more and more and more being accepted, it could work out quite all right. I'd like to see this delve into more deployables. I can't help but assume a large box, a door, double doors, garage doors, they'd look pretty cool, that type of design. So that's up to you with the likes of you two. Let's see where this ends up in the future. If you like it, well, you know what you might want to do. Consider showing your support. So yeah, best of luck. But in terms of an investing potential moment right here, not really. As I said, I just don't have a lot of confidence with the likes of rock skins. So I'm going to leave it. All right. So best of luck to you two once again. Let's move on. What do we have going on over here? It's a baguette. It's a baguette. But it must be oh so warm, like fresh out of the oven. Oh yes, the ever so soft dough on the inside. Oh, my toes are ever so pleased. Wonder what type of sandwich I'd be. Anyway, if you want to become a human sandwich, we got the sleeping baguette right here, produced by Dividend and CD. I could see where the motivation came from, I guess. I've completely forgotten the correct word I was supposed to say there. The inspiration. Yes, bread. Bread. Well, if you like this and you want to see bread being accepted, please consider showing your support. Best of luck to you too. And next up, we have a skin that we've kind of already talked about with a special video that I put out earlier today. That is the Neon Storage Small Food Box. Right, so let's just give you some context in regards to the whole situation. As I scroll down over to here, you could see in the past we had many large neon storage boxes being accepted. But that happened in 2021, 3 years ago. Since then, these skins, whilst they sold an absurd amount, as time went on, gradually less and less of these appeared on the Steam market and they've flourished. They've gone up in price ever so nicely. That took 3 years. This little storage over here, the neon storage small fuel, yes, that got accepted to our surprise with the previous or current Rust store. It's kind of sold a lot. But I did sit here and say, at the very least, if we get like a small collection of these, maybe the fuel storage won't be so bad. I've had some people turn up to me and say, Hedge, oh, don't worry, it's just the first few that sell a lot. And then all the other ones would sell like a lot less. No. Trust me. If we did get more of these being accepted, the following ones would just sell an absurd amount as well. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. So yes, now we got the small food. But that right there. You've already done 40,000 subscribers. Oh dear. And you've got maybe another 2 days in the Rust store. I am not at all surprised by this. Okay? In reality, there's got to be at least 50,000 of these in circulation. Referring back to all those large boxes, yes, quite a lot of them did over 40,000 subscribers. Quite a lot of these have over 50,000 in circulation. But as I said, these have had 3 years to get to this point. I made a fuss, if I could just go back over to here. yeah, we had this video that I uploaded earlier today. Consider giving it a good watch if you're concerned about the likes of the small fuel storage. But in short, basically, I'm not super confident, and I very much do worry for the likes of that skin right there, especially during the autumn fall seasonal dip, September, October, November. It might retain its value during the likes of this summer, but I am not confident with that in about 3 months' time, and I am very worried for it once we hit around October. Now, yeah, routinely, you know, all skins go down in price during this period of time. That'll reach a rock bottom price around October time, and then of course we look forward to like post Christmas 2025. So of course most skin prices will gradually just rise back up, and when we hit January, it'll most likely reach a new all-time high price. It's the short term that I'm worried about. That is a lot of skins that have been bought. So looking at this, if we were to see more more small storages being accepted, you know, previously we've seen the likes of cards, comps, meds. There's definitely room for more. It's up to Facepunch if they want to do that. But I've also got to point this out. We haven't really had a proper storage collection since Graffiti. Technically speaking, this is like a bonus DLC, if you will. And I don't think anyone's complaining. People love this set. But, you know, the prices for some of these skins now is absurd. And that's what happened. Loads of people knew Neon Storage Collection was very expensive. They thought, oh yeah, that's going to be an easy profit, an instant flip. When we have our abnormal buy orders tomorrow, I wonder how many of these will be listed on the Steam market before the rust store even rotates. That is abnormal. I will be talking about this tomorrow. Consider looking in the description of this video right now to see the links to my socials, my Discord, my Twitter, and of course my Twitch. Sorry. I will be streaming tomorrow. We will be going over all of these skins, and we will be discussing what we want to offer for all of these skins. I think I might be doing a lowball. I think I will be doing a lowball buy order on that. I think I will. I can't help but assume it'll still have barders going all the way up to $1.49. I just wonder, how long will that last for? How long will those higher price barders last until, you know, tons of people have unloaded all their stock onto them? So yeah, initially, maybe it does have a lot of support, but will it survive the next 3 months when we hit autumn fall seasonal dip? We shall see. Now, yeah, sorry, that was a big yapping session, wasn't it? Let's actually take a look at the likes of this food storage. So, yeah, it's a small box. It says food. It's yellow. It's neon. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's as much as I can say. There's a lot to talk about the potential impact it would have, but at the end of the day, it's a box and it says food. So if you like it, by all means, consider showing your support. If you're invested into collection, by all means, you know. But I will sit here and say this. The only skin that's going to really have a big impact, if that were to be accepted, is only going to be that one, that small box. All of these storages over here, the large boxes, they've already risen up in price ever so nicely. So if you're going to sit there and say, Hedge, surely if I just go buy a few of these and they'll rise up in price if we see another one being accepted. No. I wouldn't recommend that. I'd avoid that. So, yeah, there you go. Neon Storage. Will it continue, or was that just a one-off surprise for everybody? Because, you know, as I said, we haven't had like a proper complete the sets this year for May time, but then this happened. So whilst not official, it certainly felt like it, didn't it? Well, it is what it is. So, with that, at the end of the day, consider showing your support. It's a cool-looking skin. It's a cool-looking set. It's a beloved set. But will it actually continue into something extra? We shall see. But for now, I'm moving on. So, let's scroll down. Let's go take a look at the likes of these large boxes. Right, so I am very sorry, Shedmon, but I don't have a lot of faith in this. If we're potentially looking at a Neon small box mini collection potentially happening, I really don't think this will probably be accepted. Plus, I've talked about this many times in the past. Many people have tried for a storage collection since Graffiti collection, and you've kind of got to do something extra with it. Yes, you might have a different colour. Yes, you might have a different name. Yes, you might have like a different theme. But you've got to have like that extra fourth ingredient, the extra thing that makes it really stand out. And unfortunately, well, individually stand out compared to the rest of the skins. Unfortunately, I can't see anything with the likes of this. I get the feeling you might have been taking a break this week for, you know, some extra time to cook on something else. Ooh, we'll see what that potentially is. But yeah, it's fine, but I don't really imagine much will happen with this. By all means, if you like it, consider showing your support, but yeah, it's up to you. Alright, moving on. What do we have? Oh, wow. It's another collection continuation. We were waiting for this. Yes, we were. So what's this, Hedge? What's going on? Well, not too long ago, well, actually it was 6 months ago, But I'm old, so for me it's not that long. Anyway, so basically, this was originally submitted about, what was it, like November time? Wasn't accepted. A small box appeared after that. That also wasn't accepted. And we just basically didn't see any other Neon Vibe skins being accepted for quite a long time. Quite unfortunate. But then quite randomly, we got the likes of that Sheet Metal Double Door being accepted. The Neon Vibes collection, you know, boosted up to 5 deployable skins. And Diaz, well, he's got some momentum here. Maybe it's a perfect time for a brand new storage skin to be accepted. A large box at the very least. Large box. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not hating. That looks nice. It looks very pretty. Glows in the dark, very colourful. I can't help but imagine a lot of you would appreciate something like this. So if we were to see this being accepted, would the likes of that Neon Vibes collection greatly benefit with its arrival? And I am definitely behind that. Yep. So, 2 weeks ago, this appeared. And well, all of this spiked in demand and spiked in price. I will sit here and say, before that appeared, the only skin that was in the positive was the Furnace. This was slightly down in price, this was slightly down in price, this was a lot lower in price, but that appeared, new deployable skin being accepted in the deployable collection. Yeah, we saw spikes in demand, spikes in price. It was nice, and well, if you sold your skins, I hope you made some lovely profit, but on the horizon, we potentially might see this large box being accepted. Yes. Yes. I'm confident we'll see another spike in demand, spike in price. However, I will point this out, because this happened literally about 2 weeks ago, you've kind of missed out on the cheap prices. These skins are already inflated in value. But at the very least, maybe the double door might go higher. It's only got 42 listings, which has kind of surprised me. It did actually sell quite a lot, but only 33 listings. Huh. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Oh. 9 of them disappeared, apparently. 33 is really low. All the better for it to potentially rise up in price. Maybe some people noticed the large box was submitted. And don't forget, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we see the small box potentially being resubmitted again in the future. Maybe, Diaz, if you're watching this, maybe wait on that for a while. Maybe put out a different deployable, because like I said, we might have the small neon storages being accepted, potentially. So maybe a sleeping bag or something might be right for now. Hold out on that for a while. A rug skin wouldn't be a bad idea either, but yeah, you get the idea. So let's see if that works out well. I am optimistic that yes, we will be seeing higher prices. I just don't think it's going to be as big as when this was accepted. So if you're super confident regardless, yeah, by all means you can jump in if you want to, but I would not really advise that. If you already own some skins, hey, thumbs up, you did a good job there. But yeah, it's already bounced up. So maybe it's not the best to jump into it now. At the very least, if you like this and you consider wanting to show your support, you know what to do. The options available to you. And hey, what do you reckon? Comment below if you think this is actually going to end up becoming an even bigger collection. Alright, best of luck to you, Diaz. Let's move on. Alright, so let's go take a look at some wooden doors and then some sheet metal doors. And we have a very, 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 very strange looking wooden door to show to you right here. Mr. Vase, Mr. Lynx, what is going on? Why do we have this kitty cat over here? Is he going to protect my door? I certainly hope so, but only one cat? Is that going to be enough? I'm not sure. Oh, he glows in the dark. He's got red eyes. Maybe he really means some business. But surely just one cat won't be enough. Yes, that's right. We need a whole colony of cats. Yes, the cat army will protect my door. Anyway, so yeah, this is a wooden door. I don't think these cats are going to be able to protect much. But hey, I have to ask you very sincerely, right? Which one of these cats is your favourite? Pick one out right now and comment below. Right, which one? I swear that's the Mimi cat. I swear that's the Mimi cat. What's the cat with the food right next to it? He's looking at you like this. It's that one, I swear, look. Anyway, at the end of the day, if you like this design, if you're a fan of it, you know what to do. Best of luck to you two. Let's move on to the next skin. Right, here we have the likes of this Deep Woods metal door. Yes, we moved on to sheet metal doors now. Get a good look at that. Stands out ever so nicely. Pretty interesting looking design. And a fin, I'll give you some props to that. Looks quite eerie as well. Where does it take you? Is it a portal to some strange dimension? Well, if you're a fan of that, consider doing what you might want to do. And best of luck to you, Mr. Anyfin. Next up, what do we have here? It's the Rotted Incinerator. Well, I guess I can see the design there. It's pretty grounded with its approach, but there's nothing wrong with that. Hollow? Well, let's see how this potentially turns out. If you're a fan of this, if you like what you see, yes, it does glow in the dark, as you can see right there, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Hollow. Let's move on to the next skin. Right, Metal Psycho. This is produced by Rayleigh. Now, last week, you might have remembered there was a Metal Psycho skin. That was an Armour door. This one's a sheet metal door. It glows in the dark. It's got the same theme. Do you like it? Well, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Rayleigh. Let's move on to the next skin. What do we have here? Metal carver door produced by Jessin and Zinnia Paris. Pretty cool looking artistic piece here. He's kneeling, but why? Why does he kneel? Right, well, doesn't seem to glow in the dark. If you're a fan of this, please consider showing your support. Best of luck to you too. Next up, what do we have going on here? Why, it happens to be a collection continuation. Yes, Mr. FaZe, this past week, had a garage door being accepted. And initially, a lot of us thought that there potentially might be a bit of a copyright issue. I sat here and said, after looking at all the apparent things that were taken from, that no, this was a perfectly fine design. Yes, he might have, had been inspired by various designs, neon designs and whatnot for ramen shops. No, this was a completely unique and perfectly fine design that he produced himself. And with the likes of what we see over here, I imagine the exact same thing with this. Plus, of course, we still have the kitties. FaZe, I think you need to do other kitties. I'm sorry to say, but you might need to do extra cats, alright? There wouldn't be a problem with that. I think people would like that. Consider doing different styles of cats, So maybe from here and now, all these doors have a pair of doors with the same cats. That's fine. But yeah, I recommend that you do different cats. Why is that important? Shut up. But yeah, so the state of this garage door. It's also becoming marketable tomorrow. It has 25,000 subscribers currently. That's a problem. What's the problem, Hedge? Because it's sold too much. Right, so remember, we only really mainly focus subscribers because that's always definitive. We don't know how many skins each person bought, but I will sit here and say this. I had quite a lot of people watching my stream last week. When we had that weird panic situation go on, where a lot of these got bought because people thought there was going to be another copyright situation, well, what happened was nothing happened, and I had quite a lot of people, I saw a lot of people refund. I mean, they're perfectly fine to do so. A bit mean for the skin creator, but I'm not sure if that means they get their subscriber. When you buy a skin from the Rust store, you automatically become a subscriber. How many people refunded, and did they still remain being a subscriber, or did they disappear? Because I know some people that bought like 50 of these and then refunded. Because they thought, oh yeah, it's going to be another Neon Dragon garage door situation. So I'm not 100% sure in that regards, but with what we see here, I think it's sold far too much, especially compared to a lot of the other garage doors that we've had accepted so far this year. But at the very least, we do have the potential support to see that getting a nice boost if we were to see a deployable skin, appearing afterwards. A collection continuation. I just still think it's sold far too much. However, Shadowborn Garage Door did 25,800 subscribers and it worked out perfectly fine. True, but Shadowborn Collection had like 6 acceptances. Or 5, I can't remember. It had a lot. This would only be the first one. But with Shadowborn, we still saw that garage door spike in demand, spike in price when the next skin was accepted. Coincidentally, I think it was the sheet metal door that came out second, wasn't it? Yeah, and then it was the large box. Yes. Garage door, still spiked demand, spiked in price. So maybe it'll still work out quite nicely, we shall see, but the problem is that's a $4 skin that sold a lot, and I worry that it's going to have far too many listings on the Steam market, and with that high price, I can't help but assume it'll be going below its Rust door price ever so easily. We will be discussing this a whole lot more tomorrow. It's abnormal, but I can't give you like a definitive answer right here, but I'll definitely sit here and say I lean more towards I'm probably just going to stick with doing a barter on that, alright? Yes, the garage door would greatly benefit with a collection continuation, a deployable skin to be precise, but we got to wait and see. So will it appear? Will it be accepted? We shall see. If you like it, by all means, show your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. FaZe. Let's move on to the next skins. Right then. Alright. Moving on to garage doors. Alright, this first garage door that we're about to take a look at, I saw it in game and it looks beautiful. Right, so here we are. This oil paints garage door really does look nice. Yopka Lancy, I looked at it, I appreciated it. It looked very nice and it does glow in the dark. So yeah, maybe it's not appealing to everyone, but with its, I don't want to say simplistic design, because I understand that's been done in a way in which, might have taken a little bit more effort, but from a distance, it probably doesn't look too much, does it? Nice design. I liked it. I thought it looked cool. Do you? Well, you can consider showing your support if you happen to. And, well, that's all I can really sit here and say. Cool looking garage door. And it looks like they do intend to turn it into a collection. So that's optimistic at the very least. So best of luck to you two. Let's see how it turns out. Next up, what do we have going on here? Fevry Fury garage door. You are looking very sinister. You are a very angry looking chicken. You are glowing red at night. You are angry. Yeah, so this is produced by Snake Eyes and Taka Postian. If you like this design, if you're a fan of that, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you two. Let's see how that turns out in the future. You do have competition. We have the likes of Slavny's Koi Garage Door right here. So no Slavny's trying to turn this into a collection. Slavny, you need to build up a collection list. That's a rule. So if you're developing a collection of skins, you have to have a collection list, a collection link. You've seen, right, if I Control Shift T, not that one. Sorry about this. So you see what Yopka and Lancey have done here? They only have one skin made at the moment, but they fully intend to turn this into a collection. They have the collection link right here. Slavny, you need to do that. It's a rule. Your skin very likely would be skipped simply because of that. I know, you've got to do it. So if you're a skin creator, you just learned something, I'm sure. Consider putting collection links on the pages that you have for your skins, and maybe, just maybe, they'll be accepted in the future. So at the very least, with this design, are you a fan? Do you like it? Consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Slavny. Let's see how that turns out in the future. Next up, what do we have? It's the Fiend Garage Door, produced by GBG. Well, he glows in the dark, looks very sinister. Yes, he's got menacing eyes, and if you like that, well, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. GBG. Let's move on to the next skin. Right, so what do we have going on here? It happens to be a collection continuation for the El Diablo collection. Yes, it's the El Diablo Garage Door. Get a good look at that. Looking ever so sinister. Oh, get a good look at that. Yes, so let's go to the El Diablo collection, which at the moment mostly consists of weapons. We do have a few deployables, but take a look at it and you'll see it's seen better days, I'm afraid. Yes, we've had a wooden door and a small box. With these two skins, at the very least, Spike and Demand, Spike and Price, we saw the Garage Door being accepted. It's a bit awkward. I don't think this is in demand, I'm afraid, and I don't think you'll be seeing that much movement. At the very least, maybe the small box, potentially. At the very least, if Mr. Eros is committed and sticks with this and keeps producing more deployables, yeah, that small box very likely would do alright. Wooden door, not so much, I'm afraid. But by default, I don't imagine much would change, so I don't really expect much of it. I'm not exactly super enthusiastic to make an investment. But if you are, by all means, please consider showing your support, and, well, yeah, best of luck to you there, Mr. Eros. Alright then. What do we have here? It happens to be... Alright, initially... I was caught off guard there, very, very initially there. I thought it was a Nokia phone. Sorry, you could see it for yourself. I bet you saw that as well. Anyway, Mr. WAGN has a pretty cool looking Elite Unit armored door right here. Doesn't glow in the dark, but this one does. Yes, it does. Look at that. It's got like a special light into it, which happens to be like an apparition of a skull. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty cool. So, if you're a fan of this design, if you like what you see, then by all means, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. WAGAN, Mr. Wagan. And that just so happens to be the final deployable skin of this week from the batch of skins that are submitted this past weekend as of Monday. So, right now, if you could go through all those skins real quickly, could you comment below and point out which of these skins just so happen to be your favourite, which of these skins potentially might be accepted in the upcoming Rust stores? I'm going to take a real quick break, and then we'll proceed to talk about the likes of weapons and tools. Oh, mate, got a little bit tongue-tied a few times. I'm not feeling super great. You might have noticed, you might have heard me. My nose... Not great, I'm afraid. But yeah, doesn't seem like we had that many deployables this week. We had some interesting continuations. Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got to be optimistic. June Force Wipe is just around the corner, and we would expect a lot of people to be playing for that, what with the summer vacation starting in North America. So, hey, maybe we'll get some very interesting picks. Maybe we'll get some very interesting collection continuations. You really have to be prepared for this. I'm expecting at least 160,000 people playing on June 6th. Yeah, it's going to be June 6th, so be prepared, right? Right then, people, shall we jump in and start talking about the likes of all of these weapons and tools? So, first up, what do we have? It's a rock. Says it right there. It clearly says rock. It's got to be a rock. So this is produced by Decap. And it's a rock. Need I say any more? So, if you happen to like rock, well, consider showing your support. The choice is up to you. That's the name tag, rock. I mean, yeah, I guess. Sure. Yeah, cool. Alright, moving on to the next thing. What do we have here? Fresh wipe toilet paper satchel. Oh yes, ever so exquisite. Lovely pun. Alright. Bonus points to you, Tajima, for the pun. That's actually really funny. The toilet roll, even better. So, yeah, toilet paper. Toilet paper, hey, fresh wipe. I mean, come on now. That is pretty clever. So, hey, if you think we need a new satchel charge skin, maybe that might be the perfect one for you. Consider showing your support. We have a toilet paper collection. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Wasn't that a Halloween skin? That was a Halloween submission. Alright, whatever. Okay, moving on then. What do we have going on here? He has... Oh, wow, okay. Do you know the goofy meme toothpaste? Yeah, that looks like the exact same face. You know what I'm on about. Okay, so... well, he looks like he's about to explode or let it rip. Either one. Right, so, if you like that design, well, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Oasis and Schumer. Alright, then let's move on. What do we have here? So we have got some swords, yes, and then some crossbows. Okay, alright. So what do we have going on here? It's the rapier transparent salvage sword skin. Yep. So isn't that supposed to be a lot more thinner to be a rapier? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Try my best not to say it incorrectly. But yeah, so that's produced by Voodoo. And we've seen a lot of Savage Sword skins that have been accepted over the past 2 years having some form of transparency. So at least you did that. That very likely will be in your favour. Let's see if that works out well, Voodoo. Potentially that could be your first ever skin to be accepted. If you're a fan of that, consider showing your support. Best of luck. But next up, what do we have here? Instant competition. You have Sean Mick and Nui's Flame Sword. Now, just want to point this out, guys. Since when is Flame pink? If you made that orange, maybe that would have been better. But then we also have that original flame sword. Yeah, you've made a skin that's technically already been made, which was already the right colour. The guy that made the Zap sword and the flame sword, look it up, you'll see it. So, yeah, I get the feeling you probably were aware of that. That's why you have a pink version of this, but I don't know if that's going to work out alright for you. We shall see. It glows in the dark. Maybe some people appreciate that. If you're a fan, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you too. We'll see how that potentially turns out. Next up, what do we have going on here? Demonic Metal Crossbow, produced by Fuff. We have two versions of this. One with some glow. So if we could just quickly get that. Oh, it all glows, wow. And one that simply doesn't glow. Alright, that's fine, that's cool. I will sit here and say this. Glow-in-the-dark weapons tend to not be very nice investments. So, yeah, I know which one I prefer. So, if you happen to like one, well, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Fuff. Let's see how that potentially turns out in the future. Right then, here we have the Flowers History Python produced by Sun Arts, and as you look over to here, you'll see a nice gradual process in how it is built up, looking ever so nice. I will sit here and say this one thing, it does look very similar to the Porcelain Collection. I just want to point that out. So yeah, if you like this Python, if you're a fan of it, consider showing your support, but I'm not sure if it'd be right, Sun Art. We'll see. Right, so best of luck. Right then, next up, what do we have going on here? We have submachine guns. Lots of them, with continuations to talk about. Right then, so first up, here we have the Green Camo MP5, produced by Sendox. We have a video. Glorious 1080 HD. Ah, it's beautiful. Look at the sheens. Look at the lighting. My word, it's so green. It's a green MP5. Oh, yes. Right, so yeah, that's a cool looking design. That's looking pretty sweet, and if you're a fan of that, by all means, consider showing your support. Bright green aim sight, let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Next up, what do we have here? Purple MP5. Yes, it's purpley, and it's got spots. It's got a strange design to it. It's a bit out of this world. Are you a fan? Do you like what you see? Well, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you there, Mr. Confusion. Aim down the sight, and what do we see? It is a dark purple aim sight, which should be good for every single environment, so that'll be alright. Okay. Best of luck to you, sir. You do have... No, we've moved straight on to Thompson's. I thought there was another one. Sorry about that. So yeah, here we have the Battle-Scarred Thompson, produced by Silitra. Get a good look at this. It's got a nice greenish, slightly orange style of colour. So yeah, kind of like camouflage in a sense. If you're a fan of that, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Silitra. Let's just quickly get a look at the aim down the sight. Looks to be white there. That's fine. That's cool. Right, next up, what do we have going on here? Broken paintball gun, Thompson. Zverand, what's this all about? Do I have to get the paint for my ammo? I just want to ask. I just need to know. But yeah, it looks like we've got a nice, useful orange aim down the sight. There we go. Yep. So yeah, nice contrast with the colours, stands out quite nicely, should be pretty okay. So if you're a fan of this, if you want to run around with a toy, well, by all means, consider showing your support. Let's see if that works out alright, because, you know, a lot of people do like to do paintball in the summer, so kind of matches with the themes, I guess. What do we have going on here? Why, it's a collection continuation. This is the Tiger Stripes Thompson, produced by Shino and Frog. Get a good look at this. So aim down the sight, what do we see there? Dark orange aim sight? No, it's a red aim sight. Actually, no, I think it's like both. Well, you know, that's for you to consider. Let's go look at what we saw being accepted not too long ago, that being the MP5. So that was fairly recent, like a week or two ago. Let's go remind ourselves of when. Yep, there it is, down by 31% already. Uh-oh. So by default, here's how it's going to be. If that Thompson were to be accepted, what would this collection be? Weapon only. And by default, what do I always say? Well, when it's a weapon only collection, weapons and tools at the very least, weapons and tools only collection, by default, we kind of expect it not to work out very well. It's unfortunate, but it happens so much that it's just to be expected. So, yeah, sorry, but yeah. So, yeah, that Thompson potentially might have a bit of, a strong enough impact to help out the MP5, but at the very least, do you like the design? Are you a fan of this? Would you like to see more of this collection? As I said in the past when we saw the likes of the MP5 being submitted initially, on the horizon, based on what we've seen in the commits, there has been mentions of Tigers being added to Rust. We don't know what for, we don't fully know when, but it's been mentioned. Face Puncher's cooking something, so you just walk outside, have a lovely day in the sun, and then a tiger jumps and attacks you, and probably bites your head off. Yay! So yeah, great things to look forward to in the future. What a wonderful game this is. Well, you could probably think maybe we'll have some sort of carnival monument. Maybe we'll have some sort of jungle biome. We don't know. We have no clue. But it's fun to speculate. Anyway, so maybe we'll see the likes of these tiger skins getting a lot of support later on when we see tigers actually being added to the game. Maybe they might be our pets. Oh. Anyway, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you two. Let's move on to the next skin. And what do we have here? Black Diamond Thompson. Right, Black Diamond is a pretty cool looking design. Having looked in the game with this myself, it does look very nice and shiny. Sleek, black, cool looking. You've got the nice riveted sort of style. I don't think rivet is the right word to say. I don't know how to... Okay, what would you call that? What is that style called? I don't know. I'm very sorry. But you know what I mean. Stands out quite nicely. Kind of looks like it's a jewel in a sense. Right, so let's just get a quick look at the aim down the sight. We don't have an aim down the sight. I'm very upset. But having looked at this already in-game, I can tell you it's just a standard black aim sight. So let's go remind you of the Black Diamond collection and discuss, do we want to make an investment? So we've had the AK, we've had the LR300. Yeah, we've had the custom SMG. Yeah, so the LR300 did bounce up in price when we saw the likes of the LR300 buff back in early May, but it didn't last, and yeah, weapon-only collection. It's unfortunate, but that is the most likely outcome. A lot of us thought maybe the Black Diamond collection potentially might have like a extra level prestige to it, where it, actually manages to retain most of its value. And I will sit here and say this, the AK is only down by 15%. That's not too bad. Most AKs are so much worse, but that at least is doing a pretty good job retaining most of its price, so that's cool. But a Thompson, if that were to be accepted, would all of this spike demand, spike in price? Not really, no. I wouldn't expect that. Sorry to say, but yeah, weapon-only collection, more weapon being accepted still makes it a weapon-only collection, so... yeah, this was to be expected. I'm just surprised it happened whilst we've just started the summer. So that doesn't sound very optimistic, does it? So all the better to consider maybe not making an investment. But at the very least, if you like that, by all means, consider voting yes. Show your support. Damn it. If I had a jar, I guess I'd have to put like some money in it. God, no. I was so close. Alright, well, that was like 40 minutes. I did a good enough job. I bet a lot of people are still going to be annoyed at me, the fact that I said support instead. It's still the same thing. Shut up. It's not. It's nice things. You should support people. Otherwise, how are we going to cope with this world? It ain't getting any better. And then you go play Rust, and that's even worse. All the people there. Oh, anyway. Yeah, if you like it, show your support. If you want to see that being added to the game, yeah. So, best of luck to you two. Oh, I was doing so well. Alright, never mind. Let's just roll with it. We've got some shotguns. We've got some LR300s, which are collection continuations. We've got some cool looking AKs that I'm very happy to show off to you in a second. We've got some snipers, and we got some M249s, and that'll be that for the weapons. So, let's go take a look at this Well Hunter pump shotgun. This is produced by Ven. Get a good look at that. Don't see too many pump shotguns being accepted. I think we've had 2 so far this year, so we're actually doing quite alright based on what we've seen in the past. So, yep, fairly straightforward looking design, grounded, rusted. Hey, you know, it's been used a lot, maybe successfully. So if you like that, if you're a fan of that, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Ven. Let's move on to the next skin. What do we have going on here? It's the Emphasis double barrel shotgun. Get a good look at that. Pretty cool looking design. Not too crazy, not too colourful. So, yeah, if you like that, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Chris and Madel. And what do we see over here? It's a resubmission for Fresh's proposed Secret Labs collection. This time it is the double barrel shotgun, and it glows. Fresh, 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 fresh. You should have done a version without the glow. People don't like glow-in-the-dark weapons. I mean, if it gets accepted, doesn't matter, whatever. But I would have done a version without glow, and you're more than welcome to do so. You're allowed to offer, or at least provide, an alternative version that would be different, but still it's technically the same skin, aka, I've got exactly the same skin, but this one doesn't glow. You're more than welcome to do that, and I would have done that. So, you still have time. If you watch this video the next day, you know, you can just you can add another one. It'll be fine. You shouldn't be in trouble for that. You should be okay. So, yep, if you like this design, if you want to, you know, have a nice glow-in-the-dark double-barrel shotgun, well, you know, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Fresh. Alright. Ditto LR300, which just so happens to be a collection continuation of this MP5 right here. But MP5s recently have not fared, like, super great. Some have, but not all. And the fact that not all is the indicator to point out that the vast majority of the MP5s are still pretty down, pretty bad in the negative. Yeah, that would be an indicator that the weapon itself isn't being used that much still, unfortunately. Used enough where, you know, people are actively buying nice looking skins for it, but not all of them. And that right there, well, it is a collection continuation, but what would happen if that were to be accepted? It would be a weapon only collection. So do you reckon with the likes of this skin here, people appreciate the gradient design, the blue into the red into the orange? Well, you know, that's up for you to discuss. But I'm going to roll with my defaults, and unfortunately, I just don't imagine the likes of another weapon's going to really help it out. But let's focus this skin in particular, the LR300. Very cool looking, bright light blue aim sight. Should be good for every single environment. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. And do you know what? I think skin creators need to start doing this. I recently put out a short video where I showed off the new Twitch drop, the Blue Gem LR300 aim sight. So let's just quickly get a good look at that whilst I mute it. Let's mute the tab. There we go. Let's look at this. There we go. Right. So you probably can't see that through here very nicely, but that LR300 has like a very bright diffuse. So at night time with the night light, it actually stands out to the point that you can see it. Having checked a lot of bright skins that have come out recently, they all have a bright diffuse. Yeah. So, I can't help but assume maybe of the likes of these weapon skins, it'll probably be very useful if people started showing a name down the sight image in the dark as well when night light's working. Because I think a lot of people would appreciate such a thing. So yeah, just food for thought for you skin creators that might be watching the video. With the likes of what we see here, it's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. Looks cool, but is it enough where other people are going to be wanting it? I'm not confident with the MP5. And yes, I will be talking about that tomorrow as well, but still, so yeah. The LR300, it's in your hands. If you like it, by all means, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Cavajo. Let's move on to the next skin, which happens to be your competition. Why, what do we see here? It's the MK Ultra LR300. Right, so, the AK was accepted, what, like 2 weeks ago? But then what appeared this week? The ever so bright and colourful Sweet Dreams AK47. And the MK Ultra AK dropped off, unfortunately. It went down in price because a competitor appeared, which was just as colourful and, if anything, quite a lot more brighter. So, yeah, we at least have a continuation going on here. Useful red aim sight, should be on all right and whatnot. Let's go back to that AK. At the very least, I look at this one right here with 13,600 subscribers at the current moment. That was the amount I thought it was going to end up at. Looks like we got another 2 days, so maybe it'll be going over to about 15,000 subscribers now. But comparing to the likes of the AK from 2 weeks ago, what do we see? It's the MK Ultra, which is currently not doing very good retaining its value. Went down to $2.49. It's not the end of the world, but it's seen better days. Alright then, so Currently sitting there at $2.44, 61 listings, not too bad. Very thin with the resistance. In fact, just 4 sales, and it's back up to its rush door price. Do you know what? That's not too bad. That is not too bad. So in this particular instance, I have to remind you that last year during the summer we saw the likes of the Chameleon collection and the Redemption collection doing very nicely as a weapon only collection. They were bright, they were shiny, people appreciated them. Once we hit around the autumn fall seasonal dip, things did change and it wasn't exactly super great then. But the point I'm trying to get across, could we end up seeing with the likes of the Sweet Dreams and the MK Ultra weapon only collections that stand out very notably in terms of their colour schemes and whatnot, to the point where people appreciate them, and with more skins being accepted, it works out very nicely because of that? Well, maybe, you never know. But right now, not exactly in the best of positions, but could things change with the likes of this appearing? Well, we'll be discussing that. If we do see that being accepted, but as of now, I don't think I want to jump onto the AK, personally, sorry. But if you do happen to own an MK Ultra AK and you're questioning if you want to sell it right now, I mean, if the money's good to you, by all means, but maybe wait until the sale off 300. We'll see. So best of luck to you, SEM. If you like the design, consider showing your support. But yeah, you probably want to wait a little bit longer in regards to what we potentially see in the future, so yeah. Alright. What do we have here? I looked at this in-game. It's like print stream. If you play Counter-Strike, this is like a white, interesting sheen. It's weird. But if you have played with print stream skins in Counter-Strike, you know exactly what to expect. So Ghost and Zebby, this is a cool design. On Mondays, I'm putting an effort in to start showcasing skins in-game. So if, again, look in the description, see the links to my socials, more specifically my Twitch. Every Monday evening from now on, I want to try and do a little showcase of certain skins. Like, just turn up and say, hey, can we look at that skin? Can we look at that skin? Can we look at that skin? And yeah, I'll put an effort in and try and do that. So with what we saw with this, it looked nice. It looked cool. I was a bit surprised because when I looked at that, I thought it was like green, but no, it's white. But it has like that cool looking holographic star to it that you've seen with the likes of Print Stream, if you play Counter-Strike. So that's got a little bit of transparency apparently. I don't fully know what that is, I'm afraid. So if I look at the aim site, what do I see at the very least? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm tired. Well, here's the one with no stock and transparency. So, I mean, yeah, it's cool, it's nice, it's interesting. And if you like it, by all means, consider showing your support. But I don't fully know. Anyway, best of luck to you, Ghost and Zebby. Let's see how that potentially turns out in the future. But you do have competition. And that competition is a collection continuation. So, Bismuth collection. We literally only have one skin, and that's the Metal Door. Since then, Mr. Wildcat has produced many deployables and a reasonable batch of weapon skins, but the weapon skins didn't really work out very well. So now he's trying something different. More focus with the turquoise, the greens, and the blues. We've got C Bismuth, which technically would still be a collection continuation. Maybe, each different weapon is a different style of Bismuth with a different colour scheme. Still, the overall design with the pattern and whatnot would still be on the skins, but hey, that's food for thought, Wildcat. Maybe that might be an interesting design choice that you could implement. Anyway, C Bismuth, are you a fan of this? Do you like what you see? Consider showing your support. But I will sit here and say this, that Bismuth door has seen better days. Well, not really, it kind of instantly went down on price. What do you mean? Go look at it. That is currently selling for 69 cents. Actually, no, it is doing better. It's doing better. It's not the best, but it's doing better. What do you mean? Well, I mean, it's still bad, but yeah, 69 cents. That was cheaper. Yeah, sorry for yawning. It is getting a bit late, sorry about that, but yeah. Well, that was selling for 50 cents at one point, but it's better now. So if we were to see a weapon skin being accepted, would that magically rise up in demand, rise up in price? I don't really think so. And I've said that many times in the past because we've had quite a lot of skins being submitted not too long ago. But yeah, I'm not super optimistic for the likes of that. But regardless, if you like the AK, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Wildcat. Let's see how that turns out. Alright, oh yeah, we've got two versions. Right, oh, hello, it's the Ninja Bolt Action Rifle. So, Ninja, what did we have at the end? Was it just the AK? It was just the AK? It was just the AK. Wow, okay. There certainly were other attempts, and we'll take a look at that in a second. But yeah, this sold for $2.49, and it's actually done a very good job in retaining its price. For you see, ever since we've had the likes of the Nightlight, that aim sight stands out very nicely at night time. The pure black design, all nice and wrapped up like a ninja, of course. And of course, when you aim down the sight, you got the scary looking face staring right at you. Where is he? Where is he? Alright, you don't seem to notice it that much on these images, but yeah, you got like the face staring at you. 109 listings. It has done. Sorry, I'm yawning again. It's done a very good job reaching back up to its rush door price. See, this dipped quite a fair bit, but it rose back up. So it came out, and then it dipped, and went back up. And that doesn't seem like a massive change. And no, it's not really. But it's still in a very comfortable spot. Now, the weird thing is, this AK happens to be the top... This is the top-selling AK that exists out of all the skins, and I'm not joking there. So if I go over to here real quickly... Ooh, the assault rifles. If I look at this by highest subscribers, yeah, Ninja AR has like 46,000, and I'm not joking. Well, yeah, no, it's 44,837. There's a lot of these that are in circulation. Just be aware of that. So if we were to see the likes of... It's not working. Let me just go out of here. Let's go to this AK. It'll probably work now with this one. Are you going to work? You? No? I'll leave you there for a second. Yep, so we got the Bolt E. Get a good look at that. Now, not too long ago, we literally just had a bolt action rifle being accepted, the Junkernaut. That was okay. It's not exactly doing super great at the moment, but it was nice to see it have a skin being accepted at the very least. That is not working now for some strange reason. Just take my word for it. There's a lot of these in circulation. Cool. Right. I want to refresh that just to see if something's gone wrong. So anyway, if we were to see this Ninja bolt action rifle being accepted with the likes of the AK magically rise up demand, rise up in price, well, at the very least, I can imagine that that actually might work out quite right to a point, because the AK itself has managed to return back to its rush door price, get back into a position where it's sitting in the positive. To see more of these skins probably would, you know, build up more intrigue and, well, you know, build up more demand for these skins. But I've got to point this out. Mishka did try. Look at all these skins he produced. We had the likes of the SAR. We had the likes of the crossbow, the bow, and the tools. But Face Punch didn't want to accept. I know. Sod to me too, I know. So, it is what it is. If you want to go grab a couple of those AKs, maybe now's not the best time. You missed out on a cheaper price. But, yeah, if you feel super confident this will be the one, you're more than welcome to. I don't think this is the one. But I'd like to see it happen. But having seen like 5 other skins being submitted before this and nothing happened. But it's the summertime now. Maybe things would be different. And Face Punch would realise, well, if the AK sold a lot, we could sell this, and then maybe that will sell a lot as well. We'll see. We'll see. So keep an eye out. If you like it, by all means, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mishka and Svonspa. Let's see how that potentially turns out in the future. Alright. Sweet dreams! So, yes, we were kind of talking about you a little bit earlier. Now we have an L96. Interesting, cool. So, do you remember that point I was alluding to earlier with the likes of Chameleon Collection and Redemption Collection? Are you broken? Are you going to work for me? Please tell me you'll work for me. I don't think this is working right now. That's a shame. Anyway, that Sweet Dreams AK47 is sitting right there. Oh, it works. Yay. Okay, that Sweet Dreams AK47 is sitting right there. It is the first skin to be accepted. In the current position, it doesn't look like it sold that much. Not surprising considering we have the Twitch Drops event taking place at the moment, Rust Kingdoms. We had the Miskiff and Emaru AK47 Twitch Drop, which I'm sure many of you love. But with that, it looks like it's taken a hit in terms of interest and, unfortunately, hasn't done that many sales. However, as a potential investment, all the better for us, because if this does not sell that much, but does end up becoming pretty interesting, if people do like the potential collection that builds up from this, maybe it does work out very nicely as a one of the weapon-only collections that does end up with many skins in the positive. And as I said, when we look at the likes of Chameleon Collection, which actually might be doing quite alright at the moment. Since then, though, we have had like weapon, clothing and armor pieces being accepted. Yeah, SCMM doesn't seem to be working very nicely at the moment. Not sure why it happens. So anyway, with the likes of what we see here, can't really talk about it, I'm afraid. I can't really sit here and say jump in and invest into it, because I want to do my abnormal barders first, and that's tomorrow. So unfortunately, I can't give you an answer, but I can sit here and say I am optimistic. Might not be super optimistic, but yeah. it's nice to see an actual continuation appear, and just as bright and colourful. See, I brought this in on Monday, and yeah, it's very bright, it's very colourful, and if you're a fan of that, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Lies and Cobra. Let's see how that turns out in the future, but yeah, we want to see more. Show us more. Try for some handguns. Yes, try that out. Right, so best of luck. Let's move on to the next skin. What do we have here? It's the Hell's Boomstick M249. We have two versions of this. Yes, one is red, bright and red. It shoot lots. Very nice, very cool, yes. And then we have the sand version, which is a light brown colour. Same exact design, but obviously just a change of the colour. So yeah, this is produced by Bastaz. He's still chasing after his first ever skin to be accepted. Aim down the sight. What does it look like? Perfectly fine. Seems to be some sort of red aim sight there, and I'm pretty sure the exact same thing over here as well. There you go. So yeah, looking pretty cool. So if you like that, consider showing your support. Best of luck to Superstars. Let's see how that turns out in the future. However, we do have a collection continuation sitting right here. Mr. MDE has jumped back into his Jade collection. So quite some time back in the past. Oh, it does work now. Cool. So Jade, will you show this for me, please? There we go. Something must have just happened randomly. Oh well. Yeah, so Jade collection consists of weapons only. Bright green, looks very nice. Unfortunately, not all of these skins are doing great. Except the bow. Bow's doing alright. Well, maybe if we were to see another skin being accepted, people would suddenly realise all of these skins exist, and maybe they'll start to appreciate them now. We'll see. But anyway, M249. That by itself can be a bit of a problem. What do you mean? Well, how often do you even get to a point where you own one of these and, you know, can actually skin it? Oh, there you go, yeah. So M249 skins by default don't tend to be very nice investments. However, if you do like the design and you want to see it being added to the game, by all means, consider showing your support. But weapon-only collection, by default, kind of want to take a step back. Yeah, I don't think I want to go near that. Of course, I've said that several times already this video, but you get what I mean. So if you like it, show your support. Best of luck to you, MDE. And that just so happens to be the final weapon/tool skin of the week. So out of all of these skins that we just discussed, chat and YouTube, which one was your favourite? Which one do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted in a future Rust or rotation? I'm going to take a real quick break, and then we'll proceed to talk about the likes of clothing and armour. I am so annoyed that I completely broke my my voting challenge, but I did very well in terms of not saying it for quite a long time, but I'm still disappointed. Sorry about that. I had to quickly clear my nose. I don't think the sound went through there, so you're spared from that strange noise. But yeah, it's looking pretty good for some of those weapons and tools. It's interesting to see where things could potentially turn out. You've got to understand, with the likes of these summer Rust stores, whilst we expect a lot of sales, we are going to expect quite a lot of interesting collections brewing. And I am pretty optimistic for the likes of Sweet Dreams and MK Ultra flourishing into interesting, very colourful and flashy looking designs. Not shiny like Chameleon and Redemption, but colourful with many different colours, which would probably, you know, catch a lot of eyes. Maybe that's not a good thing, or maybe that is a good thing because people want to buy it. You get what I mean. Anyway, so shall we now sit here and start discussing the likes of all of these clothing and armour skins? What of these skins are potentially collection continuations? Well, we don't see any here right now, but we do have the likes of some interesting looking primitive skins. Yes, we have quite the variety to share with you. So, what do we have going on here? We have the Primal Burlap shirt and pants. Caglian and Yenlar with an interesting looking design. I don't think you're going to be able to beat the bear with that, but best of luck to you, sir. We're getting Primal. So, if you like this, if you're a fan, and if you like what you see, by all means, please consider showing your support. Best of luck to you too. Let's see how that potentially works out. It looks nice. It's just, best of luck, mate. Right then, so well, look at this delightful piece of clothing. Yes, it's beautiful. It's very nice. It's stylish, yes. So, yeah, we got the unisex balaclava and hide shirt produced by the likes of Sky Noise and Uijimenke. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. But yeah, get a good look at that. Pretty unique. So that is, just to point out, a balaclava and a hide shirt. Obviously, lots of transparency. You probably should have pointed that out. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is. So, yeah, do you like what you see? Do you want to dress up like that and have fun? Lots of fun. Well, please consider showing your support. Best of luck to you too. And look forward to what potentially gets accepted in the future. Woohoo. Right, next up, what do we have? Ducks! Don't you want to be a duck? Do you want to go in the water and scream like a duck and go quack? So yes, your dream has come true. We're getting a lot of animal themed skins. It is getting a bit weird. It's like you're all turning into furries. Well, it is the inevitable. Do you want to become a duck? Well, you've got the option. It is the inflatable set. So if you go around and look at the back, if we see the back of this, I don't think he's got a picture of that. No, right, you don't. But you can see in the back that you got like the little thing, you know, the what do you call it? The thing you blow into. I don't know what the name of it is. Plug. Yeah, we'll call it plug. Yeah, so it's pretty cool in terms of its design, and it makes sense. So yeah, if you like it, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, one on JM34633. Maybe, just maybe, during the summer, we can all be ducks, and ducks stick together. So, moving on, what do we see next? We have winter camo. This also comes in a version, an alternate version that is green camo. And we've got some other primitive skins. Let's get all of the primitive skins. Right, okay, so winter camo versus green or Greek camo. Greek camo, green camo. Right, so this is winter camo, bandana, and poncho. This is produced by Kizaru. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward for what the intention is. Primitive camouflage skins. So that's cool. Yeah, we've got the Arctic version there. And over to here, we've got the green version. Right. Get a good look at that. Do you reckon that'll probably help you out in the grassy, dark, foresty areas? So, which one is your favourite? Actually, no, both of them are good. It's just, you know, if you had to really question it, what would you want more? I actually don't know. Would you prefer green camouflage or, you know, snow? Well, we've seen the likes of Arctic Protection Collection going up in price ever so nicely, and that's a primitive set. Maybe you might want Arctic. Hey, you know, it's up to you to decide. Consider showing your support for whichever version you like most, and yeah, regardless, best of luck to you, Mr. Kizaru. So you know how I was talking about furries? That might not have been your intention, Zinc and Gunya, but I'm sorry to say, but it does look like it. He got the mouth. Look, regardless, that is a cool looking design, but we are definitely steering towards becoming furries. Also, that is a collection continuation, so that very likely could be the very first clothing and armour pieces for the Toxic Wolf collection. And don't worry guys, furries are rich, they'll probably buy tons of these. But yeah, what do you reckon? It's not the first attempt at clothing and armour. We have had an attempt at likes of primitive skins in the past, and we saw tier 3 in the past as well, yeah. Wasn't very successful back then, but hey, they've really ramped up the design changes and whatnot. It does look cool. The hat... So, if you like it, by all means, consider showing your support. But in terms of the Toxic Wolf collection, which I've unfortunately lost, so I'm going to go get it back again, because it mainly consists of weapons and just a couple deployables, I don't really expect much for this, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, but I just don't see much changing. It's, you know, I remember that sheep with a door coming out last year. It glows in the dark ever so nicely. I thought that looks cool. Surely that'll do alright. And no, it went down in price immediately. And I honestly have no clue why. It looks cool, but no, it wasn't appreciated. So that leads me to believe that this collection just doesn't really have that much demand. But maybe it gets a different type of demand. Ooh. Well, I mean, that's in your hands, right? So up to you if you want to show your support, you know. Or, you know, in your pause, you know, I'm going to move on. Best of luck to you two. I'm so sorry. Right, what do we have here? It's the First Contact Boonie hat. Mr. Sadist. Mr. Sad. No, it's VHS Tonight. Wait, really? What? First Contact. First Contact. Hang on a minute. First Contact was a skin collection. No, hang on a minute. First Contact. What? I'm thinking of a garage door. First Contact... I'm not crazy, am I? Apparently not. Okay, I thought that was a collection continuation. I wouldn't have wedged it in between those skins, but hey, I guess I have to do 2 chapters now. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, that's a very cool looking design right there. For a UFO hat? Yeah, I mean... Clever, I'll give it to you. It's just, you have the exact same name as a garage door, and I thought that was a collection continuation. I thought you were sadist. Well, apparently not. So, hey, if you like it, if you're a fan of that, and I will give him credit, that's a very cool creative idea. Best of luck to you, VHS Tonight. Yeah, it's up to you. So, consider showing your support. Right, hello, what's this? Why, it just so happens to be Flashbacks continuations. Not cool pieces, and I don't blame him because, He probably wanted to take a bit of a break for a while. Let the tier 3 sit, because he submitted that last week. Let it sit for a while. See if Face Punch wants it. And if they don't pick it, then release the tier 2. Don't have tier 3 and tier 2s competing with each other at the same time, alright? So he was smart to do this. Anyway, primitive flashback skins. So if you could recall, flashbacks actually started off with a riot helmet. Very cool looking one, I should point out. And, well, I mean, couldn't hurt to roll with some primitive early game green camouflage. It's got the perfect colour green for the likes of the grassy areas and whatnot, so that's cool. And, well, let's go take a look at flashbacks. Now, flashbacks only consists of 3 skins, hoodie pants, and that riot helmet that I discussed. That hoodie is still very troublesome. That pair of pants, perfectly fine. And as I said very recently, the tier 3 was submitted. Will it appear with the next rust door, or will it appear with the June Force Wipe rust door? We don't know. That's a straightforward answer, Hedge. I know, but you get what I mean. It's conflicting. But now we have the likes of the primitive skins. With the primitive skins, would that still spike demand, spike in price? I could imagine so. It's still primitive green camouflage. It will still be in demand. Oh, yes, it will. Maybe not as crazy as the hoodie and pants, but still quite enough. And would we see these spike demand, spike in price? Yes. I get the feeling a lot of people would be optimistic that if we saw the bandana and the Boonie hat being accepted, in the future at some point we'll see another core piece being accepted. And on the horizon, I fully expect Tier 2 to be submitted as well, right? Another version 2 for that. So, right now, keep your eyes open for whether any of these skins get accepted. But regardless, all of these I would still expect to spike demand, spike in price. Yes. Plus, you know, you could use these with the likes of Forest Raiders as well, because we don't have a Forest Raiders bandana. No, we don't. So, yeah. So I'm optimistic for that. Yes, I am. So if you like it, by all means, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, algorithm. And, yeah, I wonder what you produce next. You're going to make a weapon skin? Or, I don't know, a poncho? Burlap shoes? We'll see. I don't know, I'm asking him quite literally. Right, Chiton, I don't know how to pronounce that, and I'm so sorry. I can clearly see it's like a toga. So yeah, you know, the ancient Greek design for the clothing. That's a very cool looking design right there. So he's made this shaft and xenon. Yeah, no, you actually did a very cool creative idea. Yeah, no, that actually looks really nice. I'm looking at it and thinking, if that doesn't get accepted, God, someone's got to ask for something like that as a Twitch drop in the future. Surely, that's just cool. I know a lot of role players would really like that. So, hey, white hide clothing, maybe it might work out alright, maybe it won't, we'll see, but hey, I like it. I wouldn't be surprised if that makes it in the top 10 next week for TGG's list in terms of creativity, because yeah, that you pulled it off wonderfully. So let's see if the people appreciate. Do you appreciate? Please consider showing your support. Best of luck to you two. Let's see how that turns out in the future. And what do we have going on here? Oh no. Why so many chains? Well, because he wants to get more of them accepted. Yes, we have the gold chains hide skirt. Get a good look at this. This is produced by Say Chains and Demon. Not too long ago, we had the gold chains poncho being accepted. Since then, we've seen the likes of... Since then, we've seen the likes of the gold chains rug, the gold chains burlap, and the leather gloves. But none of them were accepted, unfortunately. So now looking at the hide skirt. And we are going to question if the likes of that poncho will spike in demand and spike in price if we see the skirt potentially appearing. And with it being another... Oh, no. With it being another... is it just called gold chain? I think it's just called gold chain. I can't remember. There it is. Yes. Right. So... with it being a primitive skin, and potentially another primitive skin gets accepted, I would imagine it works out quite right. I've got to point this out. People have started to unload their stock in the Steam market. Yep, that's happened. Yep. People just can't help themselves, can they? So that's currently dipped down below its rust or price. That is the cheapest it's been since it's existed. So if you feel very confident that, yeah, no, gold chains skirt is going to be the one, it's definitely going to be accepted, then by all means, make a move. It's up to you. It's your move. They haven't accepted the other 4 skins. So I can't help but assume that maybe Face Punch just doesn't really like it too much. Oh no, 5. Well, technically it's 4 because that had 2 different versions. Remember, the gold chains poncho, it was a bit of an awkward design, but I will give it to Say Chains and Mr. Demon at the very least. The skirt does look better. It does look better compared to the poncho. So, yeah, at the end of the day, it's gold chains as a skirt. And if that sounds appealing to you, by all means, consider showing your support. But in terms of, would that spike demand that much? I think the poncho would do better, yeah. I think it would. It's up to you if you want to invest into that, because I just kind of don't think that Face Punch are super happy with the set. I think they got quite a bit of backlash because not exactly everybody was happy about the gold chains poncho. A lot of people did point out that it was basically invisible when you look at it in certain ways, and maybe they weren't too happy about that. Because since then, the changes to the likes of TGG's top picks lists have, changed, and it was all in an effort to have better quality skins. So we'll see. So that is actually totally fine. It's just the poncho that was awkward. Anyway, let's move on. Let's not faff about that too much. We've got a right helmet skin right here, and we've got some hoodie and pants, and we've got some interesting collection continuations for hoodie and pants. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Brace yourselves, we're about to start yapping. So, first up, we got the bike helmet on the horizon. We very likely will be seeing the bikes actually added to Rust soon. Maybe June, maybe. I believe one bike is ready. Maybe they'll just release that and then release the others later in July. Maybe, we shall see. But yeah, maybe this might be perfect timing. It's a skin made in reference to an upcoming new content or new thing that's going to be added to Rust. Odyssey, perfect timing, maybe. Also, we've got a version here without the... Wait, what? Okay, I probably wouldn't have paired both pictures with the different skins, but yeah, you got one version that's like a proper helmet and one version that's just around the mouth. I don't think I've ever seen a bike helmet like that in real life. Yeah, if you fall off your bike and smack your head, you're still going to smack your head. Alright, anyway. So, yeah, if you like that design and if you think, yeah, perfect timing for the likes of bikes, then by all means, jump in, consider showing your support. But yeah, maybe role players would appreciate it. And, pedal very slowly on the roads. Right, so, yeah, let's move on. Right. What do we have next? We've got the cockroach hoodie and pants. So, yes, do you want to roleplay as a bug? Should I go eat scraps and trash? Well, by all means, consider showing your support for this skin. Yep, cockroach is looking to become a brand new collection. I look forward to what the armor's going to look like. What the face mask look like with all the appendages. That'll look pretty cool. So, best of luck to you, Cubist and Armour to Dema. Consider showing your support if you like this. Right, Rock Rebel hoodie and pants. This is produced by Delory. Get a good look at this. Yes. This looks pretty cool. Get an up close look. Got all of these gems on the side. That looks nice. Not exactly sure that's got to do. I thought it was rock as in music. No, it's rock as in he quite literally stuck a whole bunch of rocks to his hoodie and pants. Surely that's a bit uncomfortable. Plus, what's with these weapons to the side here? Anyway, so if you happen to like this design, by all means, please consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Delory. Let's move on to the next skins. And what do we see here? It is the return of the Apocalypse Nomad hoodie and pants. It's another resubmission. So, with the likes of Apocalypse Nomad, we have seen the likes of free weapons being accepted. They all had a very interesting cutout pay-to-win, quote-unquote, pay-to-win aim sight and all the skins. But unfortunately, that collection has not fared very nicely. We'll take a look at that in a second. But if you can recall, quite a long time back, I'm talking about maybe about a month and a half ago, Dark Schneider and Zed Skipper, they actually did submit a pair of hoodie and pants, but that wasn't accepted. The weapons were, so it is what it is. You've got a very cool-looking, down-to-earth, very nice, worn-out, tattered looking design. And, for something called Apocalypse Nomad, it makes sense. So as I go over to here, take a look at this. We have only the weapons. And we have to question, well, would those weapons potentially spike demand, spike price if we see the hoodie and pants being accepted? And I'll be honest with you, I've got to be brutally honest with you, I don't think so. As I said, these all have like a pay-to-win aim sight. Transparency on the aim sight so you can see more. And yet, look at them. That AK, what went wrong? Why are you down to $1? I guess people just don't care. Maybe they use the likes of Crosshair X, because, you can, and I don't think Face Punch are upset with people that do that, so, yeah, you just don't care about that. Plus, you probably have a hollow sights and whatnot, so that doesn't matter either. So, yeah. Hoodie or pants, will you make a change? I don't think so. But I look forward to seeing a very cool-looking, tattered, worn-out design for the likes of Rust, It would be pretty interesting. We'll see. So if you like what you see here, by all means, please consider showing your support. Best of luck to you two. Let's move on to the next collection continuation. And, well, third time's the charm. But with each new version, oh, it only gets ever so sweeter. Ever so better. We have Thundergold hoodie and pants with a third attempt. Very cool looking picture right there. Yes, yes, yes. So, this time, the gold streaks are gone. It's just one big white streak right there. Looking very nice, very cool. Got like that cool looking, somewhat sequin looking design there. If I could get closer to look at it, I'd probably get a better look. But yeah, oh, look at those designs in the Thunderbolts there. Cool. So, we've been keeping an eye on this for quite some time. It's been one of the most notable collections because, of course, potentially this could be a nice budget alternative option compared to the likes of Whiteout. With Whiteout currently reaching absurdly new high prices, you know, we've got to look for other options, but we don't have another collection. When it comes to the likes of Desert Camo, we do have other options. When it comes to the likes of Forest Raiders, kind of. But yeah, as much as people could sit here and say camouflage collections are pay to win, well, I feel like the only way you can kind of fix that is if you provide alternative budget options. But Thundergold certainly ain't no budget option. It's got style, it's got flair, and it looks awesome. So, lovely update right here, Mr. Micro. And of course, you can see all the previous Thundergold skins that are accepted right over here. It's been doing quite alright this year. Been a bit of a drought recently, but maybe, just maybe, we'll finally see the hoodie and pants being accepted. The final slot, the final core piece. As I go over to here, you will see for yourself. Not Thundergold. No. No, not No, don't press enter. Whatever. So, currently right now, that's not looking too bad. The tier 3, chest plate's a bit down, but the face mask is looking pretty sweet. Currently sitting there at $5, double the price. Gloves, slightly above its rust price. Boots, slightly below its rust price. Vest, evens. Kilt, perfectly fine, $4. That's nice. Coffee can, almost $4, looking nice. AK, I believe this is the only AK that came out this year that's currently in the positive. And the SAR, same thing, the only SAR skin that's currently in the positive. Unfortunately, custom SMG, double barrel shotgun, not really doing as well. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyway, you're going to sit there and say, Hedge, what if those hoodie and pants get accepted? What would happen? Oh, my friend, this is what would happen. You see that kilt right there? See how it's $4 now? Yeah, it wouldn't stay $4 for long. No, that'll get bought out. You see, that'll get bought out. Yeah, it'll go up to a very nice high price. You see how there's only 67 listings right there? You know? Do you see how there's like next to no resistance here? Yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, so see all of that? It'll go up to $6 probably, maybe even higher. But you got to remember this: other people bought these skins, and other people are very annoying. Someone will probably unload all their stock. But the point I'm trying to get across is the core pieces are expected to spike in demand, spike in price, and the boots and gloves. Yes, of course, yes. New core piece being accepted. Oh, it's looking ever so appetizing. So, I am looking forward to that. Let's see if it happens. The timing of this is perfect, you know. Next week, June 4th swipe. If Face Punch wants to print money, Thundergold is definitely one of those options. So, yeah, it's the third attempt now. If this doesn't get accepted, I don't know what's going to happen. We do have a complete the sets later this year. I really don't want to bring that up, but maybe they want to hold back certain skins because they know they'd sell a lot around then, maybe? I don't know. But June 4th swipe, you'll get a lot of people playing. As I said earlier, I expect at least 160,000 people will be playing for that. So, the option's there, Face Punch. It's in your hands. It would print money. Alright, so best of luck to you, Micro. If you like what you see, please consider showing your support. Take a look at all the lovely looking pictures as well. They look very nice, looking very cool, stylish. But yeah, we're going to move on now. So, best of luck. What do we have? Oh, hello. Right, so this is completely new and out of this world. It's the UAP Pilot hoodie and pants. It is somewhat bright green and pretty goofy, but this is brand new, so I left it for last for that reason. So, take me to your leader, I guess. You know, what's he got his hand out for? Am I supposed to pat him on the back? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so this is a continuation of the UAP Pilot Collection, which we haven't seen for quite some time now, have we? UAP, take me away. And what do we see? Here we go. Right, so most recent acceptance was back in October 2023. So it's been a good half a year or so. Yeah. It's been some time. Well, this is a bit of a strange looking collection. Deployable, weapon technically. Yeah, it's a bit all over the place. However, on the horizon, could we have a brand new green collection maybe? Maybe. It's in your hands to consider. But I will sit here and say this, that's a very bright green. I don't think that's going to be good for camouflage. But it might be good for you people that want to roleplay as an alien. You probably do a good job of it, you know, being a human already. But, yeah, whatever. Hey, it's in your hands. So if you like what you see, by all means, please consider voting. I did it again. Please consider showing your support. Okay, that was only 2 times. I might have done it subliminally by accident previously, or at some point I didn't even realise. But yeah, Little Ranger, if you're watching me, don't worry. It's just a thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say don't vote. Just trying to sit there and say show your support. But whatever. So yeah, cool looking design. If you appreciated it, by all means, consider showing your support. But with the likes of these skins, I mean, okay, maybe that might improve. But it's weird how the sleeping bag did perfectly fine, and then all of these are just kind of sitting there. Is that getting pumped? Let me just go double check. Has it been nice, progressive and slow? And the answer is, yeah, no, it's just been nice, progressive and slow. It's got demand. It's doing good. Right, it's cool. That'll probably get bought out if we were to see the hoodie and pants. So, hey, it's in your hands. What are you going to do? Right, so it's up to you. Right, best of luck to you too. Right, okay, so we're now moving on to likes of armour. Tier 2 pieces. Yep, you'd notice what we're going to be talking about in a second. Hold your horses. Let me talk about the first one. Bingo! Coffee can helmet, and vest, and kilt. Yes, this is Vault Illusion's attempt at a potential brand new armor collection in reference to what we see here in the casino. I probably would have just called it Casino Man. I wouldn't be surprised if Face Punch changed the name of that. But yeah, cool looking design, referencing, the monument that we have in game, Bandit Camp. So, yeah, I mean, do you like it? Are you a fan? Do you want to be a human slot machine? Well, there you go. Consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Vault Illusion. Let's see how that turns out in the future. But you do have kind of strong competition. Yeah, right there. What do we see? Coffee can, vest, kilt, chameleon. Yeah, we got the chameleon collection with the final core piece right here, and it looks shiny. It looks pretty cool, and I wouldn't be surprised that potentially gets accepted, because Mr. Milho Frito is pretty good at getting skins accepted. With the likes of his chameleon collection now pushing up to 20... he must be up to about 20 acceptances now. One of the biggest collections, technically. Oh, get a look at the holographic design. Holographic shine. Holographic design. Ever so green and purpley shine. Yeah, cool. We'll go with that. It rhymes. So yeah, is that something that appeals to you? Well, we should go ahead and take a look at the chameleon skins and see how that's currently faring. Chameleon. Can I please see the chameleon? Right, so the hoodie pants, doing pretty good. The tier 3, not so good. Well, it's only down by a little bit. I'm not surprised to see that happened. What do you mean? Well, this hoodie and pants here sold quite a bit less compared to the tier 3. These did about just over 9,000 subscribers. These did about 13,000 subscribers. So there's like a 3,000 to 4,000 difference. In the grand scheme of things, if you have a full collection, the skins that sell the least tend to go up in price the most. So as long as the collection remains in demand. And lo and behold, on the horizon, if we see the likes of that tier 2 being accepted, those hoodie and pants, they're looking pretty appealing. Oh, they're looking pretty appealing. So, yeah, I think all that clothing and armour right there would be spike in demand, spike in price. But just remember, the hoodie and pants, when they appeared, this kind of went up initially for a bit, and then it didn't. And if that doesn't sound super good to you, well, you probably don't want to put too much faith in the tier 3. However, at the end of the day, it only did about 13,000 sales. And you never know. If that were to be accepted and it does 13,000 sales as well, tier 3 would be faring a lot better then. But that hoodie and pants right there, only looking more appealing. And don't forget the gloves. Gloves are also a perfectly fine thing to consider investing into. I am optimistic they will be seeing that. I'm optimistic. Milho does a pretty good job getting lots of skins accepted. And now we weren't up to 20, it was only 15. It was only 15. So, yeah, I expect pretty good things in the future for that. So if you like the design, if you're a fan of this, and you want to see the likes of Chameleon Tier 2 being accepted into the game, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you two. Let's see how that potentially turns out in the future. Now we only have Tier 3 armor. And we do have a collection continuation at the very end of all of this. But we got to get there first, so sit back, relax, as we do the final talk. We have right here, first of all, Free Rider Tier 3 armor. And you might notice that, yes, that is a face mask. That is, in fact, a face mask. Much like what we saw the Legacy Kevlar face mask, it has a transparent face mask mesh. Right there. So, yeah, that looks pretty interesting. That looks pretty cool. Are you a fan of that? Do you like the design? Well, by all means, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Verona. And judging by the collection link right here, I expect to see some more collection continuations. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Pretty cool design. So, yeah, you know what to do. Next up, what do we have? It's the Emperor Tier 3 Armour. Emperor Valor Tier 3. So you've got a very cool looking face mask right there. Looking pretty good. Transparency right there. Should have mentioned that. You've got to mention transparency. All this transparency you see right here, you have to mention it. So Emperor in the future. Well, if you're watching this right now, quickly go back here, edit, and put transparency in brackets. Parentheses. That's it. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, you're supposed to do that, and your skin very likely will be skipped because of that if you don't do that. It's a rule, and I've noticed you haven't even mentioned it in the description either. Yes, you have pictures of it, but you quite literally have to write it down. I know, it's silly, I know, but that's the rule. So don't end up not getting the skin accepted because of that, because that's like very simple. So anyway, regardless, the design, that's not simple. Simply not simple. Whatever. So yeah, cool looking golden design. If you're a fan of that, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Emperor. Let's see how that turns out. Right, Gold Quartz Tier 3 Armour. This is the only image that we have. So, yeah, no, pretty much very similar. Sorry about that. I'm not feeling good. It's not because of the skin, I'm just not feeling good in general. So, yeah, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of this, by all means, consider showing your support for these two. But, yeah, sorry for pausing there. I don't feel good, I'm so sorry. I'm almost done, so we'll get through it. Okay, so best of luck to the likes of you two. Let's move on to the next skins. Here we have Mr. Kaiden's Sun and Moon Tier 3 Armour. Get a good look at that. Nice and blue. Ever so peaceful looking sun. Looking very peaceful in general. Yes, that's nice. Got a lovely little moon in the background. Are you a fan of this design? Do you like what you see? Then by all means, consider showing your support. Best of luck to Mr. Kaiden. Let's see how that potentially turns out in the future. Right. And then we have Thermal Tier 3. Yes. Looking pretty cool. What about that chest plate? Looking pretty sturdy. That should keep you safe. Yeah. So, if you like it, show your support. Best of luck to you, little cramp. And, yeah, we'll see. But it does have competition. For what you see right here is a collection continuation for the Quarantine Collection. Yes. The ooze is taking over his armour. And it's going to seep into his body and control him. So, yeah, let's go remind you all of the Quarantine Collection, which I believe only consists of a couple weapons and a couple deployables. Apparently, I can't spell quarantine. Can I? There we go, quarantine. And what did we have? A few weapon skins and one sheet metal door. There were many attempts to make, like, a lot more things. Yeah. But hey, Tier 3 armor. It's a second attempt. So, are you a fan of that? Do you like what you see? You know what to do. Consider showing support. Mostly white. Might be pretty good for the Arctic environment, although that'll make you cold. But maybe the ooze will keep you nice and warm. Anyway, so, yeah, that collection right there does better compared to a lot of other skins that we've seen. More specifically with the likes of SARS and MP5s. And crossbows, I guess you could say as well. Sheet metal door, I'm not too surprised to see you down. Lots of sheet metal doors don't really fare very well. AK, oh no. However, I will sit here and say this, with that Tier 3 armor being accepted, would a lot of people become aware of this collection and more sales would happen with prices improving? Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, I could see that potentially happening. So, if you're feeling optimistic for that, if you think, yeah, no, a brand new, cool looking collection like that, getting kick-started with new clothing and armor on the horizon, hey, consider showing your support, you know, jump in and maybe make a few purchases here. But, yeah, we just got to wait and see. We don't know. It's not the first attempt, so. Best of luck to you, Circu and Candytron. Let's see how that turns out. And as I said, you can always look at the collection links below to see all the other skins that are accepted. But yeah, it's the waiting game now. We'll have to wait and see. Consider showing your support. Best of luck to you too. That was the final clothing and armor piece that we had to show off today. So yeah, there we go. That was all the clothing and armor skins. Which one was your favourite? Which one do you reckon has the best chance of potentially being accepted? And in general, out of all of these skins that we've looked at today, which ones were your favourite? Which ones would you most like to see being accepted? That was the May 28 batch of skins, the May 28 Rust Workshop skin checks. I hope you appreciated it. Sorry if I was a bit awkward. I know I was a bit slow. I'm very sorry, but I'm not feeling very well, I'm sorry to say. So, yeah, that was that. Don't forget to keep an eye on the likes of the top picks. As I hop over to here, we have another top picks list with a brand new top 10. I am under the impression that the amount of skins isn't going to be going down that much. I thought it was going to be a lot more A lot bigger of a drop, but apparently not. So, yeah, it is what it is. Flashbacks Tier 3 does so happen to be sitting there in the top 10. Looking interesting. Oh, yes. So, let's see if that works out all right. But I don't think any of the top 10 skins of the previous batch of skins made it into the Rust Door. So, but then again, we had a very strange Rust Door, didn't we? So, I don't think many people would have correctly guessed some picks out of all of this. Right, so don't forget, if you want to get yourself nice and set up with the likes of a followed authors list, you know. Sorry about that, I had to cut something because some very weird things just happened to the workshop there. Anyway, where was I? If you want to get yourself nice and set up with a followed authors list in which you can see a lot of very interesting skins put on display such as that, you know, all fed to you in a nice manner, well, please consider looking at the top right corner of this video right now. You'll see a special card has appeared. That will navigate you to a video if you were to click it. That video will showcase to you the various different ways in which you can build up your own followed authors list. There are different ways, different options, and, well, it's up to you. Consider watching the video and you'll understand everything. So, yeah, that was basically everything that needs to be said. That was that batch of skins, 103. It is what it is. And don't forget, keep an eye out on the likes of the commits and the Twitch drops. You know, get all those Twitch drops whilst you can. You don't have too much time left, you know. And, yeah, keep an eye on the commits. We're getting ever so closer to the likes of the June Force Wipe. Yes, yes, yes. And, yeah, I've said everything. We could probably take a quick sneak peek at the likes of micro522.com to see how all the skins are currently standing based on upvotes to downvotes. And, yeah, that Neon Storage Small Food Box has quite a lot of support. Neon Vibes doing quite alright. I'm avoiding the Twitch drops because, of course, you know, that's not going to be in the Rust Door. But yeah, you got the Flashbacks Boonie here, Quarantine Chestplate, Fake Metal Door Rug. Well, that I didn't notice you. So, Gentle Beast. Alright, I have to keep an eye out for you. And then we got the likes of Flame Sword, Smelted Guns. So yeah, quite a decent amount of upvotes to downvotes. Upvote to downvote ratio is looking ever so good. Neon Storage Small Food has a lot of support. It's up to Face Punch, though. It's up to Face Punch. So, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you have a lovely week. Keep an eye out for all the new skins on the workshop as they are submitted over the course of the next weekend. And let's see what gets accepted for the likes of the June Force Wipe, but more specifically, the next Rust Door, the final Rust Door of May 2024, which will of course be this Thursday. So I will be streaming then. Feel free to, again, look in the description of this video. See the links to my socials. I'll be streaming. And yeah, we'll just sit there and wait. Wait until it rotates. But we'll probably do something goofy again on that roleplay server, so we'll see. Thank you very much once again. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.